So the Bier de Garde is finished with the cold crash. You can see it cleared up really nicely. Any haze there is just kind of goo on the back of the outside of the carboy. And I'm ready to keg it. So in here I have my keg lid at the bottom of 5 gallons of sanitizer. I've got my newly formed copper racking cane. You can see there. What I'm going to do is hook some tubing up to the bottom of this bottling bucket and fill up my empty, clean, and sanitized keg. A little hard to see down there, but basically I've gotten all the goo and trub out of the last batch and emptied it out, cleaned it. We're going to sanitize it a little bit and get ready to siphon this brew off, fill this keg up and put it on some gas, wait for it to carb up, and then I'll throw a few sample bottles off the growler filler. So I'll try to film as best I can the process of siphoning. Alright, so I've got my hose and my racking cane hooked up. They're ready to roll. I'm going to start, now that I think that's pretty airtight, I'm going to start racking this. I'm going to start the siphon by adding a little pressure. Alright, and the beer is running. So this is going to take probably, I don't know, 20 minutes to get this to rack off. But as you can see, it's running really blonde. It's kind of nice. And the line here. So we'll also pull a little sample into a pint glass to see what it looks like. So this is a sample of what we pulled off so far. As you can see, it looks a little cloudy. I expect it to settle out, but the color really is just fantastic. You see a little bit of bubble there off to the side. Hoping that's indications that this thing will probably keep a nice head to it. With as much crystal as I put into it, should be pretty nice. Yeah, there you go. There's a little foam to it. So we're going to take a taste and make some notes on this and wait for the rest of it. You can already see we racked off a substantial amount already. So this is only probably about 5 minutes into it, so I expect we've got about 10 more minutes to get this to smoothly flow in. So hope you're enjoying a good beer. Might take some time. So here's what we've got left. Kind of a messy counter. I think that I probably got about 4 gallons out of this total. You can actually see, if you watch, there's actually fermentation and gas and other stuff that got kicked up as I disturbed it. So if you ever heard about basically shaking up your wort just a little bit if you got a stuck fermentation, well, that's a clear example. If you look here, you can see the layers. That top layer that's really pale and white, that's all yeast. Down below it's kind of a bunch of goop, greenish color. That's basically things like coriander seed, bitter orange peel, and what's left of the hops after the boil. So if you look here at the edge, you can actually see kind of the fermentation along the edge, and you even see some of the yeast just kind of dropping off and flocculating as it comes to the top and goes back down. So microorganisms at work. Now if you look, you can see that keg's full, keg's topped off. Next thing we're going to do is get it on some gas and basically fill the keg and the headspace up with, I don't know, basically all CO2. So I'll fill it, bleed it, fill it some more, and then put it on about 30 pounds of pressure over the next couple of days, probably a week or so. Just leave it alone and let it carb up. Of course, we'll have a pint poured off for everybody to see as soon as I get the finished product, but basically I'm going to let it condition in the keg, carb up, get a good head on it when it pours, and do a couple test pours, and definitely get a video posted when it starts drinking well.